And now for an amazing true story from the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 1 to 35.
When God brought his people, the Israelites, out of slavery in Egypt, they were overwhelmed and grateful.
Sing to the Lord, he is greatly honored.
God led them through the wilderness to the towering Mount Sinai. Here, God called Moses and his helper Joshua to climb the mountain while the rest of the people stayed below.
Wait for us here until we return. If any trouble comes up, my brother Aaron can help.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Mo. Yeah, I got it.
The people nodded and cried out,
"We will do everything the Lord has told us to do."
So Moses and Joshua traveled up the mountain to receive God's laws on stone tablets. Partway up, Moses turned to Joshua.
Stay here.
Then Moses climbed to the very top, and God's glory descended on him like a thick cloud. Far below, at the base of the mountain, the Israelites stared up in wonder.
Hey, you think he's talking to God in there?
Why? You want to go up and find out?
I wish he'd hurry up. I'm so totally not a fan of the desert.
But Moses didn't come down. In fact, he stayed on top of that mountain for weeks.
It's been 40 days and 40 nights. My skin is getting, totally leathery.
We ought to go drag him down.
Yeah, but what if he's dead? Maybe it's not really God up there?
Yeah, Moses always did seem a little unbalanced to me.
Stories began to fly through camp. Moses was dead, or he'd run away, or God had left them all to die alone in the desert.
I'm scared. I want a new God.
Yeah, a fancy one, like all the other countries around us have.
We got a problem? We make Aaron deal with it.
The people crowded around Aaron.
You should really probably make individual appointments.
We want you to make a god to lead us.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to this Moses guy.
Now, instead of reminding the Israelites how God had already rescued them from slavery and had provided food and water, Aaron went right along with it.
Okay, let's see. I'll need some gold. Earrings. Bring me all of your gold earrings.
So the people all piled up their jewelry. Aaron melted it down and then shaped it into a big metal statue that looked exactly like a calf.
I got no beef with this. It looks like a god to me.
So pretty and shiny. Probably the one who really led us out of Egypt.
Again, rather than encouraging the Israelites to wait for Moses, Aaron made the situation even worse.
Tomorrow will be a feast to celebrate. Ooh, I better bring a good offering.
Next day, the people all woke up early. They brought offerings and sacrifices for the golden cow made from their own jewelry. They all danced wildly in front of what they called their new god.
Cowabunga, dude!
Meanwhile, up on the mountaintop, the Lord spoke to Moses.
Go down. Your people you brought out of Egypt have become very sinful. They have quickly turned away from what I commanded them.
Angered, Moses took the 2 stone tablets of laws God had given him and hurried down the mountainside. Soon he met Joshua. They could hear loud noises from the camp below.
It sounds like war.
That's no war. That's singing.
As the 2 men approached the camp, Moses could see the wild singing and dancing, and right there in the middle of it all, the golden calf.
Stop this at once!
Moses hurled the stone tablets to the ground. As everyone watched, he marched straight past Aaron and toppled the golden calf right into the fire. He burned the calf in the flames, then ground it into gold powder and scattered it in the water.
You wanted a golden calf? Well, drink up.
Now, it was the only water the people had to drink, so they did. And then Moses marched right up to Aaron and pulled him aside.
What did the people do to you? How did they make you lead them into such terrible sin?
Don't be angry. You know how these people like to get into trouble? They ribbed me to make them a god since you went up and disappeared. I mean, they were really milking it for all it was worth.
Go on.
I just told them to give me their gold jewelry, and I sort of tossed it in the fire. And, the calf just popped out.
Just popped.
out.
Aaron smiled weakly. He had failed to remind the people of all God had done for them and how Moses had promised to return. And when the Israelites grew tired of waiting, they forgot everything they knew to be true and had taken matters into their own hands. And now, they were tasting the bitter consequences.